Alright, so we're back with more Leumas Corp, more Tekkit. I don't even remember what we were doing in the last episode. I think something to do with equivalent exchange. Yeah, we were looking at condensers and transmutation tablets. But this time, I think we're going to actually work on finishing up this house. I didn't play any off camera, because really I didn't feel like it, if I'm being honest. So, let's do this. So what was I gonna do for the house? I've been debating this color of wood still. I think it looks a bit odd, if I'm being honest, with the texture of the roof. I wonder if I'm on max brightness settings. I am, so I'm not missing anything there. Just sort of wonder. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I might have to look into it. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish off building the house really quick. We just need to get some more birch wood. Actually, we can just condense some more now that I think about it. Because we have the power of equivalent exchange too. Yeah, I don't know if people are actually wondering this. I'm playing this on Tekkit Classic, not Tekkit Lite, because I don't really know much about Tekkit Lite. I know it has equivalent exchange 3 in it, but I honestly know absolutely nothing about equivalent exchange 3. By the way, I didn't even mention it, but I had a failed recording of, I think it was episode 3, it might have been 2, where I got these slime balls and stuff, so yeah, I don't even think I mentioned that. But anyway, let's see, I need my axe. I don't know why I need my axe, actually. I need food. What are we gonna have to do about that? Well, I guess we'll have to kill a piggy or something. Oh, we have a cooked pork chop right here, and we have the power of equivalent exchange too. That's gonna be like my go-to phrase from now on. Alright, so that's good for the foods. So let's eat this, eat it again, and eat it again, because we are so hungry that we ate 3 whole pork chops. It's completely ridiculous. So yeah, this time I think we're going to work on actually misplacing blocks, because that sounds really fun. Now I think we're going to get to work on our first factory type style simulation, similar to some of the stuff that's going to be going on in some of the factories. I have some plans for a few different factories, but I'm not quite ready to reveal them yet, just in case things don't work out with the ideas. I remember I was so angry when I was editing the video. I'm just like, why don't you just clean out your inventory instead of just standing there, like, raging at your inventory because it's so full of a bunch of crap. But there you go. I guess I was not thinking while recording the video. We don't need the tree tap. We'll work on a sorting system and everything for all this later. Let's see. What am I gonna need? I'm gonna need glass. Well, I have 2 options. I can either go dig up some glass, some sand, not glass, or I can get some cobblestones, of which I have none, so never mind. If you macerate cobblestone, you'll actually get sand, which is pretty cool. It's one of those things that I never really knew about, if I'm being honest. There's that oil geyser. We're gonna look into that, coming up at some point. We should work on getting a quarry set up, and my goal, I'm not on a server or anything, if people were wondering that, which is perfectly feasible wonder, I guess, if you were actually wondering that. I'm not on a server or anything, so I don't have to worry about like server lag, so I'm thinking about actually building a quarry in the ocean so we don't ruin the beautiful landscape, even though it's going to be ruined by a bajillion and a half factories from the Leumas Corporation. So yeah. Did we put glass in the transmutation tablet ever? Okay, no, so we can't create more glass. How unfortunate. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to smelt 1 sand, and then we'll actually just use the power of equivalent exchange 2, like I said, that's going to be my phrase for it now, to just condense some more, because we are the best people around, just saying. So let's put a glass in there, put our sands, we had some extra EMC that I didn't even realize we had, and now we have 40 glass. So, in order to make our little automated system that I'm talking about, we're going to need some pipes. So let's Google, yeah, this is not Google. We're gonna need some pipes though, so we're gonna need a wooden transport pipe right here, which is basically 2 wood around a glass, and we're gonna need some cobblestone pipe, so we're gonna need to mine up some of that. And that should be all we need, actually. Why are you still? Oh yeah, I remember. Alright, so let's make some wooden pipes to begin with, and actually we can go ahead and begin to just destroy this place. But I'm not gonna fully destroy it because it's still got all our crafting stuff. So actually, let's just keep taking out from the bottom layers because I don't care, if I'm being honest. So let's pick up those cobblestones. We're gonna need a few more than that, actually. So let's do this, and we should make, yeah, this will make us 16 pipes. So that's nice. And here we go. Now, we're going to need 2 chests. So let's do that really quick. Actually, let's get 3 chests because there's an item that I really want to make that you need an extra chest for. Right here, I'm going to look up its recipe really quick. It's a project table. Here we go, look at this. Alright, this is fantastic. We need 3 stones, a crafting table, some extra wood, and magic. Alright, so let's get this cobblestone, smelt it, and then guess what we're going to be using, guys? That's right, we're going to be using the power of equivalent. I'm going to really stop doing that. Let me check something. It does still open if you have it underneath the transmutation table, so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to put, like, the transmutation. Actually, never mind, that would look kind of stupid. So let's see, we've got our stone, and then we're going to actually condense 8 more smooth stones, and now we can make some stone regular, like some normal stone pipes, which I'm actually going to do really quickly, like so. We have more normal stone pipes, oh yeah, troll. So let's see, we need a crafting table, like so, and then the 3 stones, the wood, and then a thingamabob, a chest. And now we have a project table. Basically, the difference between a normal crafting table and the project table is that the project table, you can store items down here, and I'm gonna make some more wooden pipes, I don't know why. But if I put an extra glass down here, and then more wood in there, I can click on this, but the recipe will stay registered, so I can just keep making more of it until the bottom section runs out of materials. So that's something pretty interesting. I really love the project table. It's one of my favorite items in the game, to be honest. So we're actually going to pick it up and move it into the house, because this is where we're going to be starting up our first little system for automated doohickeys. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So we're going to need, we'll put a normal crafting table right here. And then what else are we going to need? We're going to need all our ores, and we're going to need a couple redstone engines. So let's grab our ores first, right here. Actually, let's do magic stuff, and just type in ore. And here we go, it's all going to appear, yay. We had a lot of copper that I just didn't notice. So there we go, we had like a whole nother stack and some extra or something. So yeah, and also, let's get rid of this because it's annoying having all that blackened out section. Alright, so here we go. I think we're going to, what am I doing here? I'm making a redstone engine, that's what I need to make. Redstone engine, alright. So, why am I in cheat mode? Click on you. We need a piston, and then some glass and some gears, which are made by sticks, which are made like that, just like anyone should know. Well, how do we make a piston? That's one of those recipes in Minecraft that I never, ever remember. I know what I need and everything for it, it's just I don't even know. I'm just not good with recipes. So here we go. Let's fill this little patch in with wood. Because I can. We'll make a third craft. Actually, we'll just use the Philosopher's Stone for that. And now, what can we do? We need redstone, cobblestone, and wood. And I think that'll make us a piston. So let's see. Redstone, cobblestone, which we're just going to head down here because I remember we had a little mine. Oh, look at this, I remembered something. And actually, I don't know why I'm mining up a ton of it. We can just magic ourselves some more. I love equivalent exchange. It's like literally one of my favorite mods included in the entire Tech-Its pack. There we go, Tech-It. So let's just put that in. We'll make a few extra cobblestone. So now the recipe for a piston. I'm gonna try to do this by memory. So it's gonna be 4 wood, like so, some cobblestone. It might be the other way around. I think it probably is, but I might be right. Dang it! I need an iron ingot. I think I actually have an iron ingot memorized in the transmutation table. So let's put in some copper. There we go. See how awesome magic is? I swear. And there we go. We'll just delete that dirt because no one likes dirt. So yeah. And this time I think we're going to do the recipe correct, which is the cobblestone, the wood, and then it's redstone, and then the ingot on top, right? Yes, I got a piston recipe from memory. Amazing! And now we're going to do this, and we'll just put in a couple of these. Because this level 3 heavy covalence dust does pretty good in the old condenser, if I do say so myself. So this extra cobblestone, we'll do that. We'll press R to sort the inventory. That's good. We'll shove the obsidian in here. We're gonna go to sleep, and then we're going to head back to the house and actually do some stuffs. So yeah. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. We're also gonna need our bed. Let's pick this up. Good. We're also gonna need some torches, but we'll worry about that in a little bit. So bed. I don't really know. I guess we'll just put you like right here. Maybe we'll build like an upstairs loft or something up near this chimney, or I don't even know. Maybe we'll build it downstairs. So anyway, what was I making? Redstone engine. Here we go. We're gonna need some sticks. I'm gonna make 2 redstone engines. So let's do this. It gets us 4 wooden gears, and now what do we need again? We need a piston, some glass. So we'll put a couple of pistons in there. Piston, some glass, and then more wood. So we should be able to get 2 redstone engines, good. And now we're just gonna need some levers. So I need some sticks for that. Basically, redstone engines, they will start pumping something when you give it a redstone signal. I guess 4 levers, that's fine. Sure, why not? So we're going to use ores as a placement for where the materials are gonna be. So I think if we have a chest, we'll make this back wall our production area. So I think if we have a chest right here, that we then pipe down into the top of the macerator, which will represent... Why did I put it up there when that's supposed to be a chest and I have some chests in my inventory? I don't even know. So let's do this really quick. We'll do a chest, and I hate that it's facing the wrong way. The macerator will pump, and we'll have to use a redstone engine that we'll put right here, like that, and then a lever next to it, and we'll get that thing warming up actually. So as you can see, it'll start to pump up, and eventually it'll get really a lot faster, and it'll cause more of it to I don't even know. It'll cause the piping out to be a lot faster. So that's definitely nice. So now we're going to need some cobblestone transport pipes. Ooh, no, this is not a good thing. I think we'll be able to do this chest a different way, actually. I have to look into it again. I don't know if you have to, like, well, we can just put the chest, like, right here, and then we can pipe, and then put a cobblestone like this going into the macerator. And then from the macerator, we will pipe out using stone transport pipes. Basically, the difference between stone and cobblestone is that they do not connect, which is really nice. And then this will be a furnace, and then we'd have another wooden pipe, so I'm going to need another engine, and a cobblestone pipe into a double chest facing this way. So I'm going to need to move this. Oh geez, inventory issues. Let's chuck away the bone meal, we're not going to need that, and let's see, with the project table, I think we'll also chuck away the marble, because we're not going to be needing much of those. So here we go. Let's place the redstone engine. We don't need this one quite yet, so we'll just place the secondary engine right here. And there we go. Now we'll put the lever, get this thing warming up, and then we'll put the chest there. And we'll actually need 2 more chests, so that's no big deal. Philosopher's Stone. Press C on it. Make a couple chests, which we'll get rid of the marble for again. So we'll put the chest here, and here. Pick up the marble again and fix this. There we go. So this is going to be our setup. I'll remove this bit of gold ore, and we'll actually chuck all the ores into this chest. And that's not an ore. Here we go. I got uranium ore out. That's not really an ore that you can macerate or anything, so I don't know really why I got it out, but I felt like it. So now, let's see, we're going to need the macerator, so we need our wrench right here, and we're going to need, we'll just get all our machines actually, and we'll start using some wire. Actually, we can make some really, really cool wire now that we have diamond. I need my philosopher's stone again. This thing is so handy. So you can put glass like this, and a diamond in the center, surrounded by 2 redstone, and this will get you 4 glass fiber cables. Very, very expensive recipe, I know, but it's definitely worth it, because they don't lose any power when you pipe them over a long distance. Copper wires and tin wires, those lose power over time. These wires, they will not lose power, which is really good. So we'll pick up you. Okay, good. You. Good, you're still a macerator. And you're still a generator. That's nice. So now what we're going to do is we'll place the macerator right here. And then we'll have the generator. I think it actually would be cool if we had like an underground generator that piped into the power for all the machines. I don't know how I'm going to do this quite yet, so I think for now I'm just going to put the generator right underneath the macerator. So we'll do that. And then we can make a trapdoor for it or something. So like this. Can have a little access hatch, like, okay, I hate that. I'm so used to being able to place, like, on half blocks or whatever. So we'll do this, and we can actually access the generator, and we'll put a ton of coal in there. And by the way, I didn't show you guys this last time. We can do some magic with our Philosopher's Stone that's even cooler than all the other magic I've shown you. We can basically take this stack of coal. Where are you, stack of coal? I know I saw you somewhere. I know I have a stack of you somewhere, I think. Well, we'll just do it with this 24 coal. You can put the Philosopher's Stone in the coal here, and you'll get 4 charcoal for every 1 coal. So it's like the most useful thing in the world. So we'll also take a normal furnace with us. And basically what we're going to need to do, and I'm just going to make sure that this is all working properly. Well, it will be working properly. I know it will. But just to be sure, we are going to put some coal into the generator. So, we'll charge up the macerator. And then we'll put in some copper ore and just make sure that this is all working properly. So we put the copper ore up in top, the progress bar will go, and eventually when it's done, which is going to take a while, but whatever, and when this episode is about to end in a minute, once this is done working, when the progress bar fills up, the items should be piped out here, and we need to put a little bit of coal in there. Yes, the dusts are being piped out. They'll be taken along this stone transport pipe into the top of the furnace, and when they are piped into the top of the furnace, they will go into this bar and begin cooking. And then when the cooking progress bar is filled up, they should be piped out from here, and they are, straight into this large chest. So let's hope this is working properly, and yes it is. I don't know why it's piping like halfway down, but whatever. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode of Leumas Corp. Tech-It, whatever you want to call it. I'll see you all in the next one, and I hope you all learned something pretty interesting, how we're going to be making a fully automated system. Off camera, I think I'm probably going to make a redstone engine, and another, well, I already have another lever right here, to get the piping completely automated, as well as I might look into getting materials prepared to build some alternative forms of power in the next episode. Alright, so with that said, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one as it slowly turns to dark, and I will need to fight off monsters. Bye, guys.